Peace, peace, peace. What is good, everybody? What's going on? You already know who I am. I am Joey Digital. Powerful message. I wanted to tap in with you all about, kind of connect with you all about real fast before I get it all going, before I get this video going. I want to send you all healing, positive energy. I want to send you all an abundance of good vibes. And I want to encourage you all to, if you have not done so as of yet, to let's raise the frequency. All right. Yeah, I was actually thinking about hopping on, and I was not sure if I was going to, because I was kind of in the middle of editing some other videos that I had already pre-recorded. But hey, this is how we rolling, man. We rolling right now. New year. Keep the vibes going. Stay on the ball with it. Listen, self-mastery. Self-mastery. Very imperative, very powerful thing. And it is something that, if done correctly, you can find many different versions of yourself that are all working in tandem with one another so that you can become your greatest version. All right, hit that like button. I'm here, and it is, when you see this video, it is winter time, hence the big hoodie. It is a little cool, but you know what? I am here, and I'm thinking about how important self-mastery is. Self-mastery is very important, and it often can in times lead to self-discovery, all right, in many different aspects. There are many aspects of yourself that maybe you know about, maybe you don't know about, and both instances are perfectly fine to be okay in, okay? Like, whether you know about the many aspects of yourself or whether you do not know about the many aspects of yourself, it is perfectly fine, because as students of this thing here that we call life, there's always an opportunity to not only discover yourself, but also there's an opportunity to rediscover yourself, okay? There's many aspects of yourself that comes when you learn to do the work in this thing that we call self-mastery, all right? Self-mastery is a great thing, and it's one of those things that can happen, especially at a time where it is very encouraged to start where you are at, okay? You do not have to be on a certain level in order to make a decision to create a level for self-mastery. All you have to do is just be, okay? Just be yourself, be your truest, authentic version, and walk in your authenticity, okay? And be super honest with yourself. This is where clarity comes in. When you are honest with yourself, when you are honest with the facts that there may be things about yourself that you do not know, that you would like to know a lot more of, that is how you can learn how to tap into your self-mastery, okay? And a lot of us creative people know this, and we know this through our exploration of diving deep within ourselves, and we learn that we a lot of times do have many different hobbies, okay? And even if you don't see yourself as a creative person, you are still a creative person, because you can create many different outcomes. You can create many different versions of yourself. And if you are not a creative person, you still have the ability to create many different realities for yourself to experience. All right, let's hit that like button. You are exactly where you need to be here and now in this moment in order for you to tap into different levels of self-mastery, okay? Your ability to master thyself comes from your ability to know thyself, okay? And when you know who you are, when you take the time to know who you are, when you take the time to know what you are, you learn by sitting in that energy, you learn how to observe yourself, okay? Looking deep within yourself. This is how you learn. One way of self-mastery is observation, okay? When you are observing yourself, when you're observing your feelings, your emotions, okay? Emotion meaning energy in motion, feelings meaning energy that you feel, all right? You can learn to see them in different vantage points, okay? You can learn to observe it from your heart space. You can learn to observe it from your spirituality space, your thought space, or physically, you know, things that you experience on a physical level as well, okay? There's many different levels to self-mastery. There's many different levels that you can obtain, okay? And as I stated earlier, you can start where you are at. There is no prerequisite, okay? There is no level that you have to be on in order to start this journey. You can start exactly where you are. You do not have to have it all figured out, all right? Just be yourself. Just show up as you are. Show up as who you are, and trust the process, you know? Trust the process that everything will be shown to you in due time, okay? The things that you seek will be shown to you in your heart space. The things that you think will be shown to you in your third eye, okay? In your mind, okay? And the things of your journey will be shown to you from your crown chakra, okay? It will come down from the source of creation, and it will culminate in those other areas, in those other chakras, okay? And culmination, that's a chef word, that's a cooking word. That's when you let, you know, you're simmering, and you let the different ingredients just kind of like culminate. You just let them come together. They all have, you know, for my cooks, y'all know what happens when you season one thing, and then you season another thing, and you season a third thing, and you bring it all together. You'll have 3 different flavors. You'll have 3 different tastes that come together for one dish. And, you know, for those of y'all who know, y'all know, all right? And the same thing happens with self-mastery, okay? You may set off on your journey and start by searching one thing to master, and you may end up leaving one thing on the table and starting a different journey over here. And it doesn't take away from the previous journey. It just means that you have mastered said level. Okay, so now you're over here and you're mastering this level. You're learning about yourself on this level. You're growing on this level. You may leave that on the table and go to a third thing or a fourth thing. But as you know or don't know, everything is working together in unison, okay? And everything comes together. As I said earlier, culmination, it all comes together. Everything comes together as one dish, okay? It's just a metaphor. I'm not saying y'all are a dish or anything like that. I'm just saying that the things that you are working on all come together to create yourself as your greatest version, okay? And we all know that on this journey, even in self-mastery, even when you make it to the top level, even when you make it to the highest possible level, you actually can find yourself at an observation point where you're recognizing